Hello Mets fans, welcome back to the channel. I hope you all are having a great start to your day. I know I am, because I'm just unbelievably blessed and grateful to see the tremendous growth that we have had on the channel thus far. Each week has really been better than the last, so seriously, thank you all again so much for the countless support. It really does mean the world to me. But getting right into today's video, we're going to be taking a look, yes, again, and I've been saying this every single day, but it still holds true with the Mets and their approach to the MLB offseason. This time taking a look in particular at a player that over the past 48 to 72 hours, the Mets have reportedly shown some significant interest in. As you can see here, some tweets from Jon Heyman, originally from January 19th, right around what happened with George Springer, and then also on January 20th, and showing that the Mets were still very much interested in, yes, Kike Hernandez. So that's what we'll be taking a look at in today's video. Everything there is to know, a summary on Kike Hernandez and his game, the connection currently with the Mets outside of what we have just seen here from Jon Heyman, among some others, and everything in between. And as always, guys, make sure you stay all the way until the end of the video, find all the deets and all my thoughts on Kike Hernandez and what he could bring to the Mets, and if a deal could possibly get done. If you guys end up enjoying this kind of Mets content and want to see more great Mets content like this, please make sure to smash that like and subscribe button, share this video with your friends, put on the notification bell. Really mean a lot. We are so close to 3,000 subscribers, guys, so if you have not smashed that button, please make sure you do. You will not regret it. We are just getting started here on Wardy NYM, and I would love for you to be a part of the family if you aren't already. But enough of me talking, let's just get right into this video. Here we have 29-year-old infielder and outfielder, that being in Kike Hernandez. The righty at the plate and at the bat, and at 5'11", 190 pounds, was originally drafted in the 6th round back in 2009 by the Houston Astros. In the short 2020 season with the Dodgers, in 48 games played, racked up 5 home runs, 20 RBIs, a 230 batting average, a 270 on base percentage, a 410 slugging, and a 680 OPS. In 2019, had career highs in multiple ways with the Dodgers. In 130 games played, at 17 home runs, 64 RBIs, a 237 batting average, a 304 on base, a 411 slugging, and a 715 OPS. In 690 career games played in 1,791 at-bats, Kike has racked up 71 home runs, 227 RBIs, a 240 career batting average, a 313 on base percentage, a 425 slugging, and a 738 OPS. Kike has just won the World Series in the short 2020 season with the LA Dodgers. Oh baby, am I looking forward to this video. I've been wanting to talk about Kike as soon as these reports came out over the past 48 to 72 hours, but the time just did not present itself because there were a lot of other topics to discuss, and I don't want to put too much content in one day, but I'm finally here for you lovely people, so I hope you guys enjoy this. But Kike Hernandez would be such a perfect get for the New York Mets. He's easily one of my favorite players out there, and what he would bring in the Mets would be tremendous. As you guys saw from some of the short clips of the highlight reel that I showed, Kike Hernandez is a guy that would bring so much to this Mets lineup, a guy that you will not have to spend a crazy amount of money for because of the fact that he isn't a crazy good hitter at this point in his career, even though I think there's still more potential for him to really hit his peak in regards to his bat. I don't think he's hit it just yet, but Hernandez, you can get him on a solid multi-year deal. Who's only at the age of 29 years old, and he can play basically any position outside of pitching, catching, and first base. And even at first, I don't think he'd be terrible. You can throw Kike out there in any situation. Doesn't matter if it's second, short, third, left, center, or right field. This guy does it all, and he does it all at least average or above average. He is tremendous. He has been viewed as the Dodgers ultra utility guy. He reminds me so much in a lot of ways of Jeff McNeil, just in the sense of how great of utility players they are. He doesn't have the bat like McNeil, he can't get on the base like McNeil, but he's a better defender than McNeil in certain aspects of his game, and he's just such a fun and exciting player to watch each and every night. Every single time I watch the Dodgers, I look forward to watching a guy like Kike Hernandez. So to see him, a guy that was a crucial part to that Dodgers team, having numerous World Series runs in a row, finally winning it in the short 2020 season, on the market, and the Mets pursuing him heavily from these reports, I'm all for it, absolutely. Because while Hernandez is not a guy that you want necessarily starting every day, because if you're trying to be like the East Coast Dodgers, right, you don't want to have a guy of Hernandez to be in a more significant role than what he was with the Dodgers, because you want to be that stacked. So I understand that, but Hernandez is a guy where it'll be interesting to see how the Mets would pursue him here, because he is the perfect utility, the perfect platoon. If you really want to go down the route of platooning him and Nimmo and Setter next season, it's something you can do. I'm not necessarily in favor for it, because I really think that Nimmo is better off being in left, or assuming that he's not traded in a bigger deal per se. But when you look at the center field options for the Mets, I'm going to touch on them in a separate video, don't you worry guys, but Enrique would be great. He's a guy, again, where you can put him in left, put him in right, put him in center, put him at second base, put him at short, put him at third. He is going to do just fine. There's not a defensive issue there, and I guarantee you that if he has stuck with one specific position more than anything else, else throughout his career, if he wasn't thrown around everywhere like he is with the Dodgers because of just how great he is everywhere, he probably would have a Gold Glove by now. This guy is so underrated, and he brought so much to the Dodgers and was crucial for them in some of their bigger games, especially in the short 2020 season leading up to the World Series victory. So I would love Hernandez. I think if you can land him on a multi-year deal with a short AAV, which would definitely seem like that would be the route for the Mets to go down. They've been showing heavy interest. I know other teams have. I'm a little worried because I know that the reports have indicated yet that the Mets were really interested, were heavily, like, really going aggressive after him during Jared Porter's time as GM, but now that Porter's out of the reins, there's some uncertainty there, but John Heyman has confirmed that the Mets are still very much interested, and that's great to see. I really hope the Mets can land him. The Red Sox are very much interested, among some others, but the Mets, assuming that they make bigger deals still, possibly in the outfield or maybe at third base that we touch on with guys like Eugenio Suarez and Sonny Gray as that blockbuster potential deal, so make sure to check out that video if you haven't, guys. But assuming that the Mets do other things in this rotation, in the bullpen, in the outfield, in the infield, you bring in a guy like Hernandez and he just brings so much more depth to you. If there's any guy that I would want for depth wise, it would be Kike Hernandez and then everyone else on this open market. He is just the perfect get for the Mets. I cannot stress that enough. Truly, he brings so much to this lineup, and is a guy that would really help when you look at the Mets situation with or without the DH. You want to have a defensively strong team. Defense wins championships. It's not just the same with football. The same thing goes in baseball. There's no doubting that. So you bring Hernandez in this utility role. You can have him literally go anywhere. If the Mets say have an issue, a guy gets hurt or wherever it's going to be, you throw him wherever that position is going to be, because more often than not, he's going to do just fine for you. He's a heavy upgrade, even at left field over Dominic Smith. I would say he's a better center fielder arguably already than not even arguably. I definitely think he is a better center fielder when it comes to his defensive game than Nimmo. He's quicker in certain aspects as well. Does have a good arm. He has had some assists in the past couple of years in the outfield and in the infield as well, getting guys at home plate. He just does it all. He's really fun. He's a great personality. He has a great relationship with, I believe, his fiance or wife now. I've seen a lot of stuff with him. He's just a jokester. I just love everything about him. I think he would be perfect for this clubhouse, as he is the exact type of good depth that the Mets would be looking for, and that's exactly why that they have heavily been pursuing him as a guy that is very realistic to land with the Mets. When you're talking about dollars, that should not be an issue with the Mets in this situation. If they do other moves as well, it really should not be an issue. You bring in Kike Hernandez and this team gets that much better. Trust me, do not overlook this, guys. I know his batting average has been fantastic, but this guy has had a great pop in his bat the past couple years, had a career high season in regards to home runs and RBIs back in just the 2019 season. If he gets more playing time, which very well could be the situation, the Dodgers may be giving up on him just a little bit too soon. Not that they necessarily need him, but you need those type of depth pieces, those utility guys that are really some of the best in all the game to help get you where you want to be, not just having playoff aspirations, but World Series championship aspirations. And I think Kike Hernandez would really bring the whole package. He's the jack of all trades to the New York Mets. So guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. How do you feel about Kike landing in Queens with the Mets? I think this would be a perfect fit, and I really have my fingers crossed that this comes to fruition. Honestly, it's more than a lot of different options out there depending on what the Mets do, because again, it'll be interesting to see exactly how they would sign him. Would it be for second base because with Cano out, or are you going to prioritize Jeff McNeil at second because that's his main? Maybe you put a guy of Kike on third as an option, or you just keep him truly as a platoon and figure out what you want to do him on a game-by-game basis, knowing that he's going to be willing and help this team in any which way he can. But guys, thank you all so much again for watching. If you enjoyed this Mets content or want to see more great Mets content like this, make sure to smash that like and subscribe button, share this video with your friends, put on the notification bell, all those great things. Again, help us get at 3,000 subscribers. We are so close, but I know we will surely get there sooner than later because you guys are amazing, and this Mets community is truly like no other. Thank you again, guys. It means the world, and I'll talk to you soon.